Hi viewers, today I'm just going to run you through a few different ways on how to use your embossing folders. So I'm going to start with this one here. First of all, I'm going to open up the embossing folder, and on the flat side, not the raised side, I'm going to apply a bit of ink along. So to do that, I've just opened up my Pacific Point ink pad and just placed it down and just rubbed it over where you see those clouds. It's really important that you get a really good coverage of ink down onto your embossing plate before you put it through. So once it's gone through, I like to make it go through the machine maybe 3 or 4 times just to make sure it picks up all that ink that's on that side. But then what you're left with is your piece, and because you put it on that flattened side, not the raised edge side, all the white that I wanted for the clouds has come out white, and then the background obviously is the blue Pacific Point colour. So now I can use this as a background for my card. For this next one, I've used the Stampin' Up! Wood Grain Emboss folder, and I've just put it through on my piece of paper, and I'm going to use these gelatos. So I've basically just taken the 2 colours of gelato and put it on really roughly, and now I'm going to go across my finger and I'm going to blend that in, and I'll show you what that looks like. And this is the result once you've done some blending. Now the good thing about gelatos is that they do wipe off your fingers very, very easily, and the colours blend together. So if you wanted to go ahead and put a little bit more dark here, you could, and you just blend that in. For my next one, I've used, I think it's called the Petals of Plenty from Stampin' Up! I've gone through, I've stamped it onto my white cardstock, and this time I'm going to use just some of the, I guess it's called like shimmer inks and those sorts of things that you get. There's a lot of them on the market at the moment, and I'm going to rub that along the top. And once you've done that, you're left with this image, which will also make an interesting card topper. So there you have it. There's 3 different ways. Here are the finished cards. So this is the first one with the clouds, and I've created that using some of the Stampin' Up! Special papers that came out in the celebration. I think it was Express with Love. So that's that one. With this one here, I did the embossing with the stain over the top. This one I also sponged in between. So this is in between, this is without, and then I turned it over, and that gave it the 3 layers, and I had this little embellishment from Green Adhesions, so I popped that on the top. And finally, this is the card made with the wood grain embossing folder, and I've also used the wonderful stamps that I've cut out of the cottage papers, and I had one of these from an old set, just a label to put on the top. So there you have it, 3 cards using 3 different techniques with your embossing folders. So go and have some fun, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.